Hello, I'm Amanda Bell, and I'm delighted to be invited to the Kerala Literature Festival online. Visiting the festival in 2018 was one of the best experiences I've ever had, and I do hope to go back again someday when the pandemic is a thing of the past. I'm reading from Dublin, Ireland, and this is the Dublin Bay in the background. So I'm going to start with a haiku sequence. It's from an American anthology, Gratitude in the Time of COVID. It's a garden lockdown sequence. A new flower bed. My mind's eye replants it every day. Spring warmth. Peony Sarah Bernhardt unfurls pink shoots. Window cleaning. The distant glow of blue wood anemones. Trip cancelled. Cloth of gold wallflowers on the doorstep. Locked front gate. Pear blossoms drift in the back garden. Cocooning. Magpies pluck moss out of the lawn. The moon and Venus through my skylight this sleepless night. Unruly lawn, clipping dandelion leaves for salad. Sunshine and showers, in each forget-me-not, a tiny halo. The next poem is from this lovely anthology, Singing in the Dark, a global anthology of poetry under lockdown. Bumble Bees. There was no need to fret about the bees, their fragile nest unlidded as I pulled weeds beneath the apple tree, their squirming larvae naked to my gaze and to the sun. They watched me from the border while I hastily replaced the roof before returning to rethread the fibres of their grassy home. In the cleared weeds, I see their entrance and their exit, how their flight paths sweep the garden in an arc, stitching up the canvas of this space as if they could remake the world which lies in shreds around us. The dome moves as I watch it, the stretching of an inchoate form. When morning comes, it glistens with white dew. Since the lockdowns began, I've been spending a lot of time gardening, and the next poem is called Opium. Our garden has self-seeded, run wild with silken foxgloves, towering spires of jewelled echium, bee temples all, and swathes of papaver somniferum. Intoxicating drop-ins, their tissue paper petals are as transient as dew, discreet as fingerprints. A deep black lining draws me in like jars to plump green capsules topped by yellow stars. Each pistil shares the hidden code of lunulae and sun discs, the ciphers of corn circles, each gleaming blade laid flat. I slice my nail across a fat, ripe pod, let milky latex ooze and spiral in for refuge as the world bursts into flames. And the next poem is called Canicule, which is the French for heat wave. Hot mercury oozed in glossy beads from a cracked tube on our terrace by a pool which slowly bloomed to algal green. At dawn, after a storm, I swam laps, then, coming up for breath, resurfaced by a snake washed off the hill. While some succumbed to heat stroke, we remained indoors, took showers, ate well-chilled melon in the shade, watched through slatted shutters, ripe figs flop from off the tree and bake in honeyed union with parched grass, till borne away as sugar crumbs by ants who knew such days would never last. The last poem that I'm going to read is about a decoy duck. The decoy in the window is light as balsam. It's been decades since it's floated in a sheltered French étang. Sunlight has bleached its pigments to a subtle, dusty palette, transformed its saffron beak to beige or bone. If I leave it out to weather, will some wild osmotic process see it leach dark bottle green out of the weeds, bright yellow from the celandines, deep blue from twilit sky? Will water seep into the fissures in its dehydrated grain until it lifts up from the ground in feet of turmeric, to waddle, walk, then break into a run, take to the sky? Thank you very much for listening, and stay safe, everybody.